So what happened is I was doing my friend a favor and watching his kitten at the time with my cat.
All right, and your cat was how old?
About 5 months.
Is it a particular type of cat?
It is a Persian cat.
And then your cat was how old?
My cat was about 5 to 6 months as well, Your Honor.
And what type of cat was your cat?
It's a Persian cat.
Oh, okay. So you had him watching your cat, and your cat's the female.
Correct, Your Honor.
And your cat's the male.
Correct.
And were they spayed or neutered?
They were not spayed or neutered at that time.
And were you folks planning on breeding the cat, or were you planning on spaying or neutering them? Or you hadn't thought that far ahead?
I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Okay. How about you?
Not at all, Your Honor.
You knew you didn't want to?
Not at all. I was planning on getting my cat spayed or neutered, excuse me, Your Honor.
And all that discussion happened before you left the cat with him?
Correct.
So, do you guys have pictures of the cats?
Yes. I do, actually.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's the photo.
Oh my gosh. Oh, those are really pretty cats.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's cat family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are all the kittens, Your Honor, after my cat Muffin had gave birth to the litter.
So something happened at your place.
Yes.
What happened at your place?
Well, what happened was, Your Honor, is that we had our kittens play for a while. They were very playful. We had no idea that they were in any way.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew that they had working parts?
Exactly. Well, at that time, Your Honor, I had done my research, and because my kitten was so young, they were often saying that I wouldn't have to, really get it neutered till about the 6-month mark.
So wherever you researched might not have been right.
I was Googling lots of different websites.
Right. I don't know that anybody can count on that, but what did you expect? That he was going to be watching the cats and making sure there was no romantic music and candlelight and, like staring at them the whole time, or separating them or something?
Well, the thing is, Your Honor, because I lift weights, I went out of town for a weekend for a bodybuilding competition, and my friend, I asked him, to make sure that our cats weren't.
Hold on 1 second, please. Go ahead.
I asked him if he would watch my cat for me while I was going that weekend, and because we had both had an understanding that neither his cat was fixed and neither was mine, that can you please, if you're not home, make sure that they're separated, because I did not want to have my cat end up in a situation like she is
Okay, did
now.
that discussion take place?
That's correct, Your Honor.
It did. Okay, so did you separate them when you weren't with them?
I did separate them.
Well, the proof here is in the family picture. So we know that at some point, I guess.
Well, Your Honor, I have to sleep. I mean,
No, I know, but that would be when you're not with them. That would mean separate them then. This can be done. I mean, you could have put them in two different. Do you live in a studio, or is there another room you could put the cat in? Even if you lived in if there's another room, a bathroom somewhere, you could. That's called separating them to make sure they don't connect, and this doesn't happen.
I live in a studio, Your Honor.
Do you have a bathroom with a door?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay, so you could separate them, right? So how do you figure out what happened? Well,
so after I come back, I went back to his apartment to pick up my cat, and after about a week to a week and a half of being back home, my cat just started throwing up all over the place. And I got kind of nervous because I didn't know if my cat had eaten something bad and developed some type of stomach poisoning. So I took my cat to the local vet, and there is when the local vet told me that
you're going to be a grandpa.
Exactly.
All right. So did you contact your friend and say, what the heck?
I did. I contacted him immediately after I found out, and I told him like, hey, you said that you were going to watch the cats. Like, what is this? What's going on? And at that time, he pretty much told me.
Hold on, I'm sorry. What makes you think this is an audience participation sport? I am hearing testimony, and I can't hear two people at once. It's not a free-for-all.
So
go ahead.
It was at that time, Your Honor, where he pretty much told me, and I have the evidence here, proof of his text messages.
Let me see. No, just what I'm asking for, the text messages. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why does everyone always do that? Here, take this away from me. How could you let this happen? This isn't my fault. If you're mad at me, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to lock myself in my apartment all weekend just to watch our stupid cats. It is what it is, bruh. Okay.
Exactly.
You said you'd watch him. I never wanted my cat to get pregnant.
I had no idea that the cats can get pregnant at only 5 months of age. I was absolutely certain that cats only mature close to 1 year of age, maybe at 10 months, but not 5. Apparently, I was wrong. And this is what the Google gave me, that a kitten can become pregnant at 5 months. Actually, they mature as early as 4 months, and making them capable of becoming pregnant at that age. And 5 months is a common age for maturity for cats. That's very good to know, because to me, 5 months old kitten is still a kitten, and I would not even know that they can possibly engage in such activity. But here we are. And can I just say, what a beautiful, absolutely adorable cat family. Let's go back.
Pregnant. So then what happens?
So that, to me, that was pretty much the end of our friendship, because throughout my time of knowing him, I've loaned him money. And he just wouldn't pay me back. There have been multiple occasions where, he just showed that he wasn't responsible.
That's not true, Your Honor.
And because of that, I felt that this was like the final straw for me. So after he pretty much told me it is what it is, bruh, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wash my hands with this guy and go my way to figure out how I can get my cat taken care of, because she was going to have the babies.
So what did you decide at the vet? Your cat had the babies, obviously, because I've seen the beautiful family.
Yes, Your Honor. So
you hadn't wanted your cat to get pregnant. Your cat got pregnant. You figured, I'm just going to go with the flow. What did you do with the babies?
So I kept the babies. What I did in my apartment is I set up a nice area for my cat to, in case I wasn't home and I was at work, she would give birth, and that's exactly what happened. Is that one day I came back home from work, and there were 5 cats sitting in the corner, and I was like, oh my God. So
nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking its course.
So I took
just like it did at your apartment.
Just like it did.
All right, go on.
So I took the cats to the vet and to make sure that they were healthy.
Did you sell the cats?
Not initially at that moment.
Did you sell the cats ever?
I did, Your Honor.
How much did you sell the cats for?
I sold them for $1,000 a piece.
Good for you. So now you claim your lawsuit is based on the premise that your cat sired the cats, and you should be able to get $2,500.
Well, Your Honor, there's part of it that he did not tell you.
Okay.
About a week after that this incident had occurred, I had offered to give money to him to have, care taken with the cat, especially during this whole pregnancy. I actually messaged him.
To pay for the vet costs for the pregnancy?
Correct, correct. I had messaged him multiple times, being very clear about it, and he ghosted me. I did not see any kind of response from him. I heard nothing.
That's it.
So how did you find out about the fact that there have been kittens and that he sold them for $1,000? Because you even knew the price. How did you find that out?
Well, interestingly enough, later that year, I was at a bar and I ran into him. And as we started talking, of course, I mentioned the cat, and he kind of mentioned that. What
did you guys say to each other when you saw each other?
I mean, I was respectful.
What'd you say? Hello?
I said hello. I said, how are you doing? I said, do you sell the kittens? I mean, I was a little bit upset because those kittens are half mine. I mean, my cat did impregnate his cat.
That is a true statement. The cat did become pregnant by his cat. At the same time, it happened due to his negligence. So I'm very curious how the judge going to go about it, since that wasn't predetermined. They did not agree on breeding, and contractually, I don't believe it was said beforehand. And it was a big surprise to the female cat owner that the cat is pregnant, and now he had to deal with the medical bills and everything. And did you guys notice when he said his cat was throwing up? I mean, do cats get morning sickness? Please put it in the comments below, and let's go back.
But that wasn't something that I had asked for. I had let him know that I didn't want that to happen beforehand, Your Honor. When we did see each other in the bar, and after we started to have our conversations, I let him know that, hey, my cat did indeed have the babies, and I sold them all. And it was only at that point in time, Your Honor, when he started to come back around, because he heard that money was involved. He figured, oh, wow, you sold them for how much? I let him know it was $5,000. He did the math and was like, oh, well, I should get half of that because, my cat was involved with your cat.
Oh, my gosh. Let me explain to you guys what a contract is. A contract is when two people agree on something beforehand and do it. Okay? That is not what I have here. You did not say, hey, I got an idea. Why don't we breed our 2 beautiful cats and have a beautiful cat family? That's not what happened. I'll split the cost with you of the vet care, and then we'll sell the kittens, and then we'll split the profits from the... That's not what happened. What happened is that you weren't watching them and they connected, and, you know, and now you're like, oh, that's my cat's sperm. I want half the money. That's not how this works.
Your Honor, I have text messages. I texted him reaching out.
Stop your nonsense, or we will be escorting you out. Okay? First of all, you don't own your cat's sperm. Let's just start with that, clearly, because you don't even know where it's going or when it's going or that it could actually impregnate his cat. You were reckless because he asked you to make sure they were separated. You weren't responsible. You didn't separate them. Yes, of course you can go out. Yes, of course you can go to sleep. But yes, you can also close the door to the bathroom. Okay? And if you don't want to do that, then don't say, yeah, I'll take care of your cat.
Your Honor,
I'm sorry. Did I breathe and give you the impression I was done speaking? Because I think I was in the middle of a sentence. Let's just assume it's the way you say, and that there was no discussion. What actually happens is the cats just do what they do. Cats just being a cat. It's nature. It's all of our natures. It does, you know, and then something happens. And now you want to be patted on the back and given money that you're owed because something just happened that has nothing to do with your efforts at all? No. No. Verdict in this case is for the defendants.
That was such an interesting case. I was wondering till the very end which way it's gonna go. Although by the tone of Judge Millian, I kind of knew she's not gonna grant the money to the plaintiff. And I did believe that defendant did everything right by caring for his cat and taking care of the kittens as well, while the plaintiff, the only thing he did was negligent while watching those cats, and he allowed the situation to happen to begin with. But what did you guys think about this case? Do you think the plaintiff should have gotten half of the money since he's cat fathered the kittens? Or do you believe the defendant is solely responsible for the cat, the kittens, and should get all the money? Please put it in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.